Hi, my name is Father Mike Schmitz, and this is Ascension Presents. So I've heard people say something like this. They've said, when it comes to timeliness, they say, my dad always said, or my grandpa always said, someone always said, that early is on time is late, and late is unacceptable.
You're late.
I hear this and I say, false. That is not true. That's not true at all. Listen, early is not on time. Early is early. On time is on time, and late is late. I mean, you can say it's unacceptable. That's all fine. But we have to understand that I get it. We want to be responsible. We want to arrive with maybe plenty of time to do whatever. But I'll say this. None of us actually believe that early is on time in the sense that, say you go to a movie and the movie starts at 7. You never are saying, oh, if they start at 6:50, they press play on the movie or whatever, they start running the movie at 6:50. You wouldn't be like, good, because early is on time. You wouldn't say that. You would say, no. If they says the movie starts at 7, we start the movie at 7. On time is on time. Does that make sense? Someone might go, but if you're meeting your friends ahead of time, that's meeting your friends ahead of time. So maybe 6:50 would be appropriate for that. But you don't want them to press play or start the movie. Or Mass. Maybe say Mass starts at 8. Great. You don't want them to start Mass at 7:55. We all know this. Why? Because we all know that early is not on time. I say this, it's not a pet peeve. It's something I feel very uncomfortable about. If I have a schedule, like say I have a meeting with a couple for marriage prep, and it starts at 2, and they show up at 1:45. And they're like, hey, we're here. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm not ready. We're meeting at 2. Has that ever happened to you? Where that sense of like, hey, we're going to meet, and they show up early, and you're like, no. Early is no longer, it never was. Early is not on time. On time is on time. We're meeting at 2. Let's meet at 2. Okay, this is a little ranty. I apologize for that. The whole point of it actually goes back to the Lord, because all of it, everything we have to do goes back to the Lord. Here's the thing. When we're talking about God's timing, early is not on time. On time is on time. And God is never late. This is one of the things we have to understand. Maybe you already know this. Maybe you already know that when it comes to God's timing, God is never late. He is never, ever late. It's never like he should have acted, but didn't. It's never like he did act, but he didn't do it in time. God is never late. I remember thinking about this, or not thinking about this, I remember praying about this and being convicted by the fact that God's timing is, people say it before, I'll say it again, God's timing is perfect. Because of the fact that I thought, God, but what if I need you and you're late? What if I need an answer and you're late? What if I need help and you're late? And coming to that conclusion, okay, God is never late. Wow, he is never, ever late. But also I realized this, because there was a lot of my life where I was asking God, begging God in prayer, God, either reveal this thing to me or do this thing for me or give me the ability to, whatever, fill in the blank. And I realized that God is also never early, that God is always on time. And so if we want to avoid these two extremes, right, we recognize God is never late, but God is also never early. And so what this means for us, not only can we trust in the fact that God, you're not going to be late. You're not going to show up late. I will have needed you and you're not there. That's never going to happen. But also, God, you're never going to be early. That you're going to actually be right on time. What that means is your timing is going to be perfect and perfectly matched up with my own heart, as well as the situation and circumstances. Here's an example. Maybe I've shared this before. When it came to discernment, when it came to my own vocation, I remember saying, just God, for years, almost 10 years praying, God, just tell me what you want. If you want me to be a priest, I'll do it. Just let me know. And he didn't. And I was like, come on, just go ahead. Just tell me, what is it you want me to do? And realized that when he did reveal this invitation to me, I knew in that moment, I thought, wow, if he would have even revealed this to me 3 weeks before this moment, I don't think I would have been ready. I think I would have said yes. I hopefully would have said yes, but it would have felt like trying to cram a round peg in a square hole, because my heart hadn't been ready. No, I thought I was. For 10 years, I thought I was ready. But God waited and worked with me so that when it was the right time, I was ready. Because God will never, ever be too late. He will also never be too early. So something you can trust in today. What is it you're praying for? What is it that you are waiting on God for? Just remember. With God, Early is not on time. He is never late. But God is always, always on time. Anyways, from all of us here at Ascension Presents, my name's Father Mike. God bless.